you get these, over the years, you acquire these costumes. And I years ago bought myself an old barrister's wig, and that's what I have on here.
Amazing.
And then I borrowed my daughter's graduation gown. So
that's great.
Amazing. All right, awesome. I love it. Take us live, team.
All right. Well, welcome everybody to the Unblinded Huddle, where we create fun, simple, and magical micro distinctions and frictionlessness that free exponential abundance.
Hey, you put me over our video, bro.
Oh, dude, I haven't been here in a while. So pause, start it over, click the video.
Can't hear it.
The world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people.
You know what? For the sake of energy, I think we need to do that one more time, and like we need to raise the volume times 4.
Come on now. Come on now, team. Let's
Come
go.
on now, team. So unblinded team, let's try it again. Round 2. I'm gonna stay quiet and I'll suck the thunder out of that one.
Yeah.
So unblinded team and everyone here hold. And we're gonna hit that one more time.
We're gonna hit it one more time.
Crank the volume.
Let's see. Oh wait, crank the volume. Give me 2 seconds then, because that's a little different. 3, 2. All right, so let's try it.
Don't we all just love that moment? Don't we just love that moment?
Yeah.
Do you have absolute certainty on how you go from hello to yes? Do you have absolute certainty on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for? I watch people get stuck and frozen, and that breaks my heart. I was once stuck and frozen too. The greatest superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people.
And now we are live. Welcome everyone to the Unblinded Real Raw, where heart-centered influencers come together to dress up like judges, to hang out and talk about shark diving. And I'm just kidding, but also not kidding. We come here to discuss the superhuman ability known as influence. And of course, we have our host and the founder of this amazing, brilliant idea, Mr. Sean Callagy, who is president and founder of Callagy Law, one of only 2 attorneys in the country to have back-to-back national jury verdicts. He is a true business owner, not operator, of his law firm, Callagy Law, who has 110 employees, 10 states. Oh, and by the way, he's legally blind. He does actually dive with sharks. He skis double black diamonds. And on top of all of that, he's a heart-centered leader who is patient, who is understanding, who is present, loves all people, and is truly doing God's work on this planet. So, Mr. Callagy, what's up, man?
What's up is my patience is impatient. We had this video script. I'm just kidding. Awesome job, guys. Hello, influence is a superpower. Super grateful to have you here. Know what to do with the heart center integrity. And we got some cool, crazy folk coming up here today. Fernando, what do we got?
So yeah, contestant number 1, Angel. I'm going to go for your last name, Tucci, Tuccy. Angel is an award-winning talk show host, 11-time published author of Media Matchmaker. Oh, and a fun fact, all of her kids work for Disney, and she's left-handed, and she's spoken on over 100 stages. What's up, Angel?
How you doing? It's Angel Tussy, like fussy.
Tussy.
Angel, say one more time, Angel.
Tussy, like fussy. Fussy Tussy.
Like Tuffy. Angel Tuffy.
Tussy.
Tussy.
Tuss. Like Robert Tussin.
Got it.
Yeah.
Angel Tussy. My bad. I am so
I married it. I married into it.
awesome.
Two S's.
What's a stupid Disney? Like, what's the Disney connection?
All three of my kids work at Disney. In fact, right now I'm in Orlando, Florida, visiting my kids. I live in Denver, Colorado. But last week, my daughter's car broke down. The brakes went out, and it was going to cost more than the car was worth. So we found her a used car in Denver and drove 30 hours over the weekend. So this weekend I'm in Orlando. I'm wearing my Disney. I'm wearing my Disney t-shirt.
Awesome.
But all 3 of my kids work for Disney.
That's so fun. That is a super fun fact. Well, Angel, welcome. Fernando, but we got more.
We do have more. So we have a second contestant, Christopher Young, who has a bunch of letters after his last name. Over the past 5 years, Chris's business, Red Maple Economics, has helped the small business owner to pursue over $4.5 billion of assets where they were wrongfully taken from them. Through his research, he has helped write new laws and has helped the lawyer and judge interpret old ones. Chris is also a full-time professor at Rutgers Business School, where he lectures on business, ethics, economic choices. When he's not working, Chris spends his time coaching football, girls lacrosse, and relaxing with his wife, 3 kids, and his 120-pound Doberman. His name is Brooke, by the way. What's up, Christopher Young?
What's up, guys? How are you?
Chris Young. Hey, Chris, if I'm working on a case, I should like hire you sometime or something, right?
Yes, sir. You and I should actually get together and work on a case or two.
Yes. We're just having a little bit of fun. So, Chris, why don't you drop in on that fun fact? Have we worked together?
We have worked together. We won two jury verdicts. What's it, 27 million and a half or more, right? If I remember correctly.
That is true. 27 plus and 33 million, sir. That is correct. Chris Young, this man in our largest jury verdict in the last decade in Arizona Federal District Court in a business breakup case. Chris Young came up with the incredible, appropriate damage theory, where we created new law in differentiating between fair value and damages for breach of fiduciary duty. And that was something that they were arguing was duplicative and violated the Constitution and all kinds of things. And yeah, we went to the Ninth Circuit and, resolved it while appeal was pending incredibly favorably. Thank you, Chris Young, because
Thank you, my friend.
No other damage experts we were working with said that there was any kind of way to do this, and boom, Chris Young. So you're amazing.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you.
Yeah, welcome.
What a team at Callagy Law.
Thank you, sir. Fernando.
Our next judge is known as Rob Gill. I believe it's formerly Big Sugar.
The ambassador of results, the big man, is in the house. Yes.
So now, listen, Sean, his bio, there's like a couple paragraphs. I think you know this guy, fairly well. So in like your best effort, I know he's like a good friend. He's also a business partner. Like, how would you describe Rob Gill?
I would describe Rob Gill as somebody that helps people produce dramatic, profound changes in their understanding of the utilization of a variety of financial instruments to maximize tax savings and advancement of their financial freedom. And Rob is heart-centered, incredible father of 3, dear friend, unbelievable person of influence, and while being already successful at influence, sales, and marketing, having trained tons of people and opened thousands of accounts on Wall Street, Rob came into our program and 20x or 19x his sales meetings. What's up, brother?
Hey, grateful to be here. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. And the world didn't start until I became a member and a student of Unblinded to understand the results formula in the way I do today, which, by the way, I am in the beginning of the beginning of the beginning still the first inning.
No, well, Rob, love you, brother. And by the way, Rob, for getting together this weekend with the Unblinded Elite program, do you have your shark repellent ready, brother?
No.
Yeah, so you better get some, because we're going to do crazy stuff this weekend, brother. Fernando.
Next, we have another judge who's actually dressed as a judge. We have Bob, who's partner with Holland & Knight's Washington, D.C. office, specializing in federal real estate. Formerly serves as the general counsel of the U.S. General Services Administration. Started his career in Oakland, California as a deputy district attorney, and after 4 years in private practice in Walnut Creek, moved to Virginia in 1983 to take a position on the White House staff in the Reagan administration. Fun fact, while in private practice in Walnut Creek, hands-on, with his brother and a work colleague, he built a house on Lake Tahoe. And he also attended Palos Verdes High School and spent 3 hardship summers working on Catalina Island off the coast of LA at Camp Emerald Bay. What's happening, Bob?
Oh, Bob, loving the look, even though I can't see it, but hearing about it. So how are you, Bob?
I'm doing great today. It's a good day in Washington. It feels like a fall day. We're in the mid 70s today, so pretty remarkable for us.
Yes. And so Bob, for fun, like this is the Real Raw. You were in the Real Raw Open previously. That's like our TEDx. So this is TED. And so thank you, because you belong, brother, on the big stage. Bob is a partner in one of America's largest law firms and most successful. And he is like right at the epicenter of the work that he does in the world with government contracts and brilliance. And the dude rocks like a founding father. So Bob, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Sean.
Yeah. Fernando.
Next, we have our third judge, Vito Mazza. He's a high school English teacher by vocation that spent nearly 30 years with the World Book Company. He trained in sales and product knowledge domestically and in Canada, Russia, and India. He was in India for 3 weeks, and the highlight was his personal audience with Mother Teresa at her home in Calcutta on August 31st, 1997, the day Princess Diana died. What's happening, Vito Mazza? Hey, you're muted, but it sounds like you're smiling and saying a lot. So let's try that. Take número dos.
Vito's in the house.
I'm here, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Oh, so happy to have you here, Vito. And how about a quick fun fact in addition to that you're rolling with Mother Teresa in Calcutta?
That's right. That's how I roll. Somebody said about rolling earlier. I don't remember who it was, but well, I'm a singer in a big band. At least I was before COVID. I don't know what's happened to the band since then, but that's a real joy for me.
Extraordinary. Well, welcome, brother. Thank you to have you here. And Fernando, we got a role player rocking today. What's happening?
We do. We have someone I think we know. We have Adam Gugino, who is
AG is in the house.
So, Mr. Callagy, you are like, rather stellar in the world of sales and influence. And like, you've met a lot of fine folk. And then there's like Adam Gugino. So what would you share about your experience and relationship with Adam?
Well, if you want to meet somebody who went into an empty warehouse and took it from 0 to 500 people, and took a $3 million company to a $750 million company in Inc. 500 magazine, 3 years in a row, top 100, fastest growing companies in America. You'd be looking for this man, Adam Gugino. And by the way, he loves pickleball. Adam, what's up, man?
Yes, that is for sure my fun fact that you just stole, that I absolutely am a fanatic, a pickleball fanatic. And you forgot the fact that—
I didn't forget this fact though, Adam, that everybody Adam plays in pickleball looks like Bob is dressing up to be.
No, that's not true at all. I actually played the other night with, I think there were like 3 20-year-olds. And as we switched teams, every single team that I was on, won. So
Adam Gugino, fist bump, brother. Do you have your spear gun ready for this weekend, Adam?
Yeah. I mean, I'm ready. Where is it? Where do I get it? Just tell me what to do and I'll have it ready. But I don't have one yet.
Listen, I'll give some hints and clues. Quint is going to be rolling up in the Orca. Like Quint is going to be rolling up in the Orca. And then we're going to see Johnny Utah saying Vaya con Dios. So we're in the Real Raw today. Hints, mysteries, like mysticism and magic happening. A lot of fun, but it's actually all just advanced science. The advanced science of integrity-based human influence. Fernando, let's do the coin toss, brother. See who goes first. You want to take that? You do the 1 or 2?
Yes. So contestants, Chris and Angel, I am holding a 1 or a 2 under the table, even though I know that the camera's not on. Take my word, it's under the table. And Chris, I believe you are more local, so we're going to give the choice to Angel. So please choose. Am I doing a 1 or a 2?
I'll say a 2.
It is a 2. So now you have the option to either go first on this round or go, and if you decide to go first, you will remain choice for the second round. So Angel, would you like to go first on this first round of role play, or would you rather Chris go first in this round?
I'll go first.
Ooh. Sean, Angel has chosen to receive. Over to you.
Yes, Angel. So what we're doing here is 2 3-minute rounds. We're going from hello to yes in one conversation. Adam's getting a phone call, judges in the middle. Angel is not responsible for saying anything because Adam's going to say, hey, I'll be right back, Angel. Like right back, like call waiting right back, like on hold, wait back, not phone call back. And then I'll be back in just a moment. And that first round, Angel, what's at stake is like, how do you open Adam's listening for a yes that matters to you in the world? And like, what is that? Who would you like Adam to be? Himself or somebody else? What's the yes that you're seeking from Adam Gugino? And it could be he's an ideal client. It could be a potential ecosystem partner. It could be a book deal. It could be like a stage and a microphone, whatever it would matter to you in the world for a yes that you're up to. Okay, so Angel, who would you like Adam Gugino to be?
Oh, Sean Callagy.
Whoa, Angel,
Wow.
in. Boom. We've
Love
had,
it.
yeah, that's a fun
I'm
one.
up for it.
Okay, so Angel, this first round with Sean Callagy, you're going to be going from like emotional rapport building, putting something at stake. You're going to have 3 minutes. You hear an alarm go off with 1 minute to go, 30 seconds to go, and done. Angel, are you ready?
I hope so. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah,
You're ready.
Come on now. In your heart, take us in.
Okay, so how do I start? Like, how do I
Hi.
start?
Is this,
Hi,
you want
Sean.
this to be a cold call, or do you
Oh,
want
it's a
this to
phone
be-
call. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and it's a phone call we're expecting to have. We have a 6-minute phone call set up, and it's whatever you want to take Adam Gugino as me from
Okay.
hello to yes.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. All right. Yes, I think so. Okay.
So ring.
Ring, ring.
Answer.
Hi, Sean here.
Hey, Sean, it's Angel Tussey. Is this still a good time for us to talk today?
Yeah, I got about 6 minutes.
Okay, great. Okay, great. Well, as you know, we set up this appointment to talk about moving forward and helping you get a little bit more connection and exposure for the project you're working on next. So why don't you tell me a little bit more about this project that you've got coming on? What are you most excited about that you're working on right now?
Yeah, wow. So this is my passion project, my purpose. I believe that I've been blessed to be able to find over the last 22 years of being able to build a couple of law firms, scale, and be an owner, not an operator currently. And really it was through a formula and a mechanism to be able to produce the results that I've been able to produce. I'm financially free. I have the time freedom I want, and yet I've dedicated myself to 16-hour work days right now for my passion and my purpose, which is the unblinded movement. And it is all about formula to and a mechanism to reach the results that you're looking for really in any area of your life.
Is there something that you've done that is just been like the magic bullet for how you've gotten the word out on that?
Yeah, we actually, I'll take you back. Last year, we put a flag in the ground for January 10th, 11th, and 12th. And that was the launch of the really organization. Although I've been creating and developing it over the last 22 years, that was where, like you said, it really began to accelerate. We had an event at the Meadowlands Expo Center, Secaucus, New Jersey. And in just a couple of months with the holidays happening, we ended up going from 0 tickets sold to having over 1,300 people show up over a 3-day weekend. And if you know this industry in this space,
yeah, that's unheard of. Yeah.
Running the 4-minute mile to be able to launch. And that's where it all really took off.
Is there anything I can do? Could I send an email out, do a social media post, introduce you to a charity that would just even take that even further?
So talk to me a little bit about what are you up to? What do you do?
They call me the media matchmaker. So if you're looking for more exposure, the power of association, getting booked on obviously television, radio, getting interviews on radio, television, magazines, podcasts, publishing. We have a great database and we love to play media matchmaker, just helping you put your story in front of the right audience.
And really that sounds great. How do you think you can really help Unblinded get the exposure?
Oh, he glitched up on me. It glitched up. So say that last question again.
Yeah, I said, how do you think you can really provide the exposure for Unblinded, and what impact do you think you can make?
I'd love to just help share the story, send out some emails, do some social media posts, send out your media sheet to some media contacts in your area, if that would be helpful, just to get it in front of even more so you can make an even bigger impact.
Hey, Sean, you got a quick phone call. Angel, he'll bounce right back, okay?
Okay, I'll pick it up right from there.
Yeah. Angel, great job. Awesome energy. How'd that feel for you?
Well, it was weird, but loved hearing about the big impact in the story and the launch from going from 0 to 104 days.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, Angel, you have great energy. I mean, it was infectious. I was like, wow, awesome job. So looking forward to round 2. Adam, how'd that feel for you? Connection scale 1 to 10.
So I would say 2-part. First half connection 9, second half drop down to about a 7.
Interesting. Okay, we'll talk more. Got it, but love the energy. Love the energy. So Chris Young, you ready, sir?
He's on mute. Chris, you're on mute.
I am ready. I'm going to pick.
Who would you like Adam to be?
I want Adam to be a litigator, right? Because that's who I sell to. Last time I said I wanted him to be the second best litigator to Sean Callagy. Today I'm going to say the third best litigator in the state of New Jersey. And I'll put Michael Smikin in that grouping too, right? So this is the third best litigator in the state.
All right. Chris Young, take us in.
Ring, ring.
Yes, hello.
Hi, this is Chris Young. Is this Jim?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Jim, you and I, if you remember last week, we met at the state bar golf outing. And you and I were chatting for a little bit of time about a case you're working on. The case was simply one where you were getting a valuation done for your client who has been harmed. And your client, if you remember our conversation, he was a minority interest shareholder in a business. And you guys are suing for your client to get all of their investment back at fair value. And the reason I'm calling is because 1, I want to hear more about the case, but 2, something came out of that conversation that scared the living daylights out of me. And I think your case you can have some real challenges with your case. What I do is I spend most of my time performing valuation work in litigation settings, right? So I'm always in court. And, Jim, I know you're an experienced attorney and obviously very successful based upon our conversation, but I just want to highlight a few things for you that are extremely important for your case. And I don't want to waste your time. You have a ton of time that, a ton of things going on, but I'm certain that the 5 or 6 pieces of information that I could share with you right now are going to save you millions, if not tens of millions of dollars. So do you have a few more minutes to just have me take you through some of these thoughts? Because it's really been keeping me awake. It's part of our DNA at my firm, is we want to make sure that the plaintiffs are getting the proper amount of the damages that they have the rights to. And I just want to make sure that your expert is covering these. Would it be okay?
Chris, if you're saying that a few minutes you could save me, millions of dollars, as much as I really think I've been thorough and are seeing everything I'm seeing here to be, pretty complete. I'm very interested in hearing.
All right. So without further ado, here it is. Are you familiar with the new business rule in the state of New Jersey?
The new business, I'm sorry?
The new business rule in the state of New Jersey.
Please share so I could.
Yeah. So the new business rule, there's really a bunch of things I want to talk about, but we'll just put that to the side. So you're not too familiar with the new business rule. How about, are you familiar with the Balsamides case and how it relates to fair value and fair market value distinction in cases where there's a shareholder oppression case, such as in yours? Are you familiar with that? Because I'm going to bring them all together, but I just want to see if you're familiar.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so I want to make sure that your expert is considering that case when they're putting together your damages calculations, because if they miss this, right? You mentioned to me you think that the business is worth about $50 million. Well, if they miss this is probably a $7 to $15 million problem. Right? So we got to make sure that that's included.
Hey, yes, Adam Litigator, you got a quick call, and Chris will be right back, okay?
Quick call, be right back at that $7 million that we're talking about.
Yeah, awesome, brother. Chris, excellent work, sir. How'd that feel for you?
It felt good, it felt good. Obviously, I'm throwing stuff out that, I don't know
You're
if Adam's
functioning in a
into that.
very congruent way. Words, vocal qualities, body language, a lot of energetic transference, heart-centeredness present. Let's bounce it to the judges, Adam Gagino. Let's start with the big man, the ambassador of results, the man with the plan, Rob Gill. We're going to go, brother, 30 seconds of feedback for each contestant, starting with Angel, and you'll hear an alarm go off with 5 seconds to go. And then I'm going to, if it's okay, judges, cut you off and be like, hey, okay, how about a score? So Rob, ambassador results. What's up, sir?
Yes, Angel, tremendous smile. Chris, while you spoke, you had a smile, so your words were crisp. The energy, as Sean said, was there. It was present. It was pleasant to speak with you. I think that at one point when Adam/Sean mentioned that he works 16 hours a day, that could have been a great access point for you to step in and dig a little bit deeper there as to why. And then from that place, based on, and I love the media matchmaker, I think as you would have dug deeper into why Sean works 16 hours a day, although he's financially independent, it could have given you a better opportunity to paint the picture of how you could help his message get out there in a faster manner. That's just my 2 cents.
Awesome.
I give you an 8.5.
Awesome feedback, ambassador, with an 8.5 on the board for Angel round 1. And yes, Rob, ambassador, what do you have for Mr. Chris Young?
To Mr. Mighty Chris Young, love the speed, love the confidence, talked about, and the pacing was really good. And you also did what I like to call the implicit takeaway when you mentioned that, I'm not sure if this is for you. I think one of the things that really stood out was the pre-frame of the 5 or 6 different bullets that you'd love to share with Adam. That could put millions of dollars back into his pocket where it belongs. I thought there was great interest there. And I feel that, and I'm sure a litigator should know this, but when you mentioned the new business rule, it kind of left you open to a no. But that also could be, he may, as a litigator, supposed to know that. I don't know the answer to that. What I may have said in that situation, as you may be aware of the new business rule, one of our clients in the past, ABC, and then I would have kind of took it from that place. But I'm going to give you an 8.5 as well.
Excellent job, Rob, dropping in. So Bob, our fine founding father judge, what, sir, do you have for Angel? Countdown, 25 seconds.
Bob, you're on mute. You're on mute, Bob.
You're talking about Rob? I'm sorry.
Okay,
Bob.
so
Bob, you're good.
okay, now I'm good. I'm sorry about that. Let me just apologize, because one of the things you learn when you deal with the government on a day-to-day basis is that when they call you back, you take the call, because you may never get another call. So I'm sorry I had to take a call a few minutes ago and disappear from the screen. But
can we just say this? Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking your time. And brother, your work always, mission of the world comes first. And we are very grateful you're here. So yeah, please.
Thanks. Angel, my impression, one is I like just your general demeanor, very pleasant, very gracious about how you approach things. One of the things that I've learned over the years is that when clients, and they will always do this, ask you, so tell me why I need you. I mean, what is it about what you have to provide that would be the reason that I would say yes? What is it that you have that my competitors don't? And so it seems to me that when Adam asked you specifically, what can you provide? You maybe should have, of course, in this instance, it was very spontaneous, or very unexpected, but you should have sort of a litany of things that you could say that this is what I would do for you specifically, so that so you can demonstrate that you know your client's business. You know what he or she does that would apply to what you do, and rattle off 4 or 5 things right away and separate yourself from the competition, so that Adam might say, that you're absolutely right. That's what I need. When I was younger, I used to stumble around trying to figure out what it was that I provided that someone else didn't. And over the years, I've sharpened that. And so that's really, other than that, that's the only thing that I would suggest.
How about a score, Bob, on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh, I think, somewhere around an 8.
Awesome. And how about for Mr. Chris Young, sir?
You know, I didn't catch Chris's. I'm terribly
the government
sorry.
jumped in. So I'll go with Chris a little. Actually, let's get to Vito. By the way, we have Rob and Bob. Like, that's a lot of fun today. Rob and Bob, very cool. And my middle name is Robert. Like, Bob's and Rob's and Roberts all over the place.
And my brother was Robert. Okay,
Yes.
we're in.
Drop it in all over. So Vito, what do you got, sir, for Angel?
Well, I love her eye focus. She was in the camera eye, and she's obviously a trained presenter to know that that smile and that eye focus is so freaking powerful that you're going to keep people's attention. It's a little different on a Zoom, but I could see that working very, very well in your favor. When you ask the question, so what's the new project? And then how'd you get the word out? So you're asking questions, but I think you could go a little bit further. So the thing that I loved was when he said, well, tell me, what you can do for me. And you confidently said, they call me the media matchmaker. Right?
Awesome.
So that was so powerful. And I think what Rob was saying to you is to take that a step further, right? So giving specifics. I think both Bob and Rob talked about that. So if you say, they call me the media matchmaker, tell me why they call you that.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? So
and how about a score, sir?
I would give her a 9.
Nice. And how about for Mr. Chris Young?
And for Chris, the exuding of confidence is really, it was so tangible. You could feel it. One thing I loved about Chris's personalization was when he said, this is what's keeping me up at night. I want to make sure that you heard this when we talked, or I want to tell you more about it's keeping me up at night. And then it says, it scared the daylights out of me. Oh my goodness, those are powerful emotional phrases to get Adam's attention. And I think they did. I think that, I'm looking for the eye focus, and you were looking at the screen as opposed to looking at the camera, Chris. And so I saw that. So you were actually looked like you were looking off to the side. And go ahead.
Yeah, my camera is really hard for me. I got some mechanical issues at the house.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, Vito, quick final comment and a score, please.
Sure. And I would give him, I thought it was great. And I love that approach of, this is what I can do for you with this. And I would say also an 8.9.
Excellent.
How's that?
Yes, thank you, Vito. And we are ready for round 2. Adam Gugino, awesome job as our role player, as usual, when you make that fine appearance on occasion. And are you ready for round 2?
Absolutely ready.
All right, so let's go with this. Who won the toss was, well, Chris.
Angel.
Chris.
Angel won and she went first.
Okay, so Angel, actually, then you retain choice. So do you want to go first or second in this round?
You're on mute, Angel. I'm sorry.
Are we still talking to the same person in round 2?
Yeah, round 2 is just a continuation around, like the same conversation. So it was just a quick call that Sean, Adam, had to take, and now he's ready to continue.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let Chris go next.
All right, cool. And then in this round, judges, we're looking for how effectively Angel and Chris convey who they are, pausing Adam, the role player, to see his future in them and getting to a yes and handling any objections along the way. Chris, you got 3 minutes, brother. Take us in.
Yeah, Jim, thanks for continuing the conversation. There was a few things that I left off with before. There's 5 things that I really want us to talk about, and these are quick. If anything, you can take these points and bring them back to your expert. I'm giving this. There's no sale here, right? It's because I actually care a lot about the plaintiff in your case. and I care that you actually have a good outcome. So a few things that I want to just leave you with. Most experts that I am on the other side of calculate damages wrong in shareholder oppression cases, especially in the state of New Jersey. They do their valuations under what's called the fair market value approach, and that is absolutely wrong. That's going to provide you a damages calculation that's probably somewhere between, $7.5 million based upon what I heard before, to maybe even $15 million that you would add to the damages calculations. That's an important piece. The other two important pieces that I want to make sure, three important pieces I want to make sure I convey to you is, one, make sure that your expert provides what's called a tax gross up, which means that in the state of New Jersey, again, you actually can ask the court for the additional taxes on the damages award, because it's going to put your client in a very adverse position, getting paid all of these damages in one shot. Third, I want to make sure that, because this gets missed probably 90% of the time, Jim, is most people in the state of New Jersey, when they do evaluation for shareholder oppression, they forget to include all of the lost historical profits, which, based upon my history, that could be another 20 to 30% of your damages calculation. And then last but not least, I want to make sure that you either talk to somebody like me, or you talk to a tax advisor, maybe it's a Rob Gill, but someone who can actually help you structure, right, a payout by the court or a settlement in advance of getting an award. Because if this award is perceived as just an award, your client damages award, your client can be put in a very adverse tax position. We want to make sure that it's getting treated as a capital gains. If these things don't happen, and most often, Jim, they do not get considered by an expert, right? You can probably have an adverse impact based upon just my simple calculation, $7.5 million on the low end, maybe to the tune of $40 or $50 million on the high end. So, I called you just because I heard your conversation. I have a bleeding heart for plaintiffs and for attorneys who are in these situations, and I want to make sure I convey that information to you. Not because I'm expecting you to do anything with it now with me. I'm giving this to you because I want to, like I just said, help you out. But two, I also want to let you know that we're pretty serious about shareholder cases and providing damages calculations. And I just want to ask, next time around, if you have a case, if you would let me have a look at the case in advance of hiring somebody, and I could let you know what I think the damages are, and I could promise you that we're not going to miss anything. Does that sound fair to you?
Chris, that sounds absolutely more than fair. I think I'd be crazy not to let you take a look.
Awesome. Chris, how'd that feel for you?
I felt a little rushed, but it was good.
Yeah, you did a great job, brother. Great job.
Thanks, man.
AG, if you had one word for the connection with Chris Young, what would it be?
Expert.
Yeah. And by the way, Adam led between 50 million and 100 million phone calls per year, between 50 million and 100 million. So Angel, you ready for round two? My
heart is racing.
You're doing beautifully. All you have to do in this round is where you're having a nice conversation with Adam as me, Sean, and just where would you go from here? What's the yes you're seeking? Like, step into your awesomeness, share your heart, and maybe seek an agreement for a longer meeting or whatever you'd like to. So you're doing fantastic, Angel. Okay. Sound good?
Yes. Okay.
All right. Sean, you're back.
Sean, thanks so much for taking this call again today. I know you're really busy. You said you're working 16 hours a day. I just want to ask you really quickly. I know you did this amazing thing, had this great event. Did you alert the press? Did you get any media coverage for that event?
Actually, funny that you'd ask that question. The answer is no. There was zero media coverage and zero really online marketing, anything along those lines. It was all through utilization of ecosystem mergers, the formula, what we do, personal connections, invites, no media, no
advertising, no media. But I always say, Sean, if you've got news, you can alert the press. They are looking for content. They're looking for stories. They're looking to help share your story with the community on what I call OPP, other people's platforms. They have a built-in audience. They are looking for stories. There are journalists looking for content. And so with the power of media interviews, with the power of press releases, even what you do here of inviting others onto your program, they are looking for what I call OPP, using somebody else's audience. It is the fastest way, the most scalable way. And one of the biggest benefits, Sean, you don't have to travel. You can do it from the comfort of your own home. I often put on my sleep mask and let people know that you can impact hundreds, thousands, hundreds of thousands, all from the comfort of your own home without you don't even have to put pants on. Most of it's done. Radio interviews are done via phone, via Zoom, via Skype, via teleconference. And there's a world out there that would love to celebrate and hear more about your story. So if you are open to it, I would love to sit down and talk to you about putting together a press release just to share your story and see if that can open up more doors for even more exposure so that you can give back even more to the community. Would you be interested in that?
Absolutely. We are at the tipping point, and that type of exposure would be incredible. It's all about impacting as many people as we can. So how would you go about doing that? A lot of people make, those types of promises and heard it several times through this process, but what would make you the one that can make this happen?
Well, Sean, I don't think I mentioned this, but I was in radio and broadcasting for over 10 years in Denver, Colorado. I was the host of a positive business talk show for 2 years, or for 2 hours a day for 10 years. And then in a 6-minute commercial break, we would change studios, and I was the host of a second 2-hour Christian lifestyle show. So I've been on the insider track to broadcasting for over 12 years. I know what happens to those pitches. When I would get into the studio at 3 o'clock in the morning, we would get into the studio at 3 o'clock in the morning and start scouring the news releases to figure out which news stories we were going to put on the air. How are we going to fill 4 hours of talk radio? What happens when we put out a press release? It's like a subscription service that journalists subscribe to. If you want to get major market exposure, they get their news from their regional affiliates. The regional affiliates get their news from their local affiliates, who get their stories from press releases. It's a distribution, it's a subscription service, and we know exactly how to monetize that and put keywords into the press release so it gets in front of the news desks that you're looking for.
Wow. All right, Angel, excellent work. You had nothing to be nervous about, my friend. You did a beautiful job. How'd that feel for you?
Actually, that was more in my lane. So that one felt a little bit better than the first one. Rushed, like Chris said, 3 minutes. Oh.
I thought awesome job. Adam, by the way, how was it to play me?
Oh, it was amazing. And how did I do?
Well,
how did I do?
You did amazing because you're Adam Gugino, brother. So let's go in reverse order this time.
Not my Adam, but
yeah, or different order. Let's start with our founding father, Judge Bob.
You're on mute, Bob.
Yeah. Bob, what did you have? Let's start.
Okay.
Yeah, please, Chris.
Angel, good job. And I think you took to heart some of my comments from my last conversation with you. I think you connected in terms of how you would go about doing it with some detail. Both of you, though, have said that you thought it was too short. I think you have to connect with a prospect pretty quickly. And if you're spending more than 3 minutes, you're probably losing them, okay? I'm sure everyone on this call has circumstances where they meet someone in a very rushed environment, when people will give you maybe 20, 30 seconds. You need to be able to hit the mark right away with why you need me. And so I think you did that well in the second round. You need to probably abridge some of the content to, rather than being redundant, just hit the real salient points and move on. But good job.
Yeah, excellent feedback, Bob. And what'd you have for a score?
I give her a 9.
All right, Judge Bob, throwing up a 9. And how about for Chris Young?
Chris, I'll tell you, it's interesting. I in some respects, as much as I'm a dinosaur when it comes to social media, your world is a little closer to mine in terms of damages. I think you did real well in demonstrating the key areas that are pitfalls for potential clients. I mean, that's the way I approach it with clients. A lot of clients have leases with the government. They don't understand the terms. They don't know where they can lose money. So you highlight those particular elements, and your audience probably is more interested in the bottom line of how you can save me money and how you're going to keep me out of trouble. So I think you did real well.
All right. Excellent job. Sir, how about first score, Bob?
9.
Excellent. All right. Ambassador, Mr. Rob Gill, what do you got for
Angel Tussey? Phenomenal job at really creating the painful question of what kind of media coverage did you have in January? I thought that was awesome.
Yes.
I thought that once that floodgate was opened, it gave Angel an opportunity, and she did a phenomenal job at explaining her unique heroic identity, including her history. In broadcast, she mentioned the acronym OPP twice, which takes me back to Naughty by Nature. I won't go any further other than OPP. How can I explain it? Take it name by name. And as a result of that, I'm going to give her a 9.5.
Yes. Angel, Rob Gill is a former rapper in his old life. I'm only half kidding. So yes, Rob, excellent. And how about for Chris Young?
What was that? Chris Young. Chris Young, you just feel like it's big. Whatever he's talking about in that, it's a big deal, right? So my attention to listening to everything he's saying was in full. I was in full alert. He does a tremendous job at once again, the implicit takeaway, meaning, hey, listen, if this doesn't work, keep me in mind on the next one. What I thought he did that was really good was he disrupted the status quo in whatever they normally do and was able to articulate that, hey, I have a strategy that can give you a low of 7 million, a high of 40, which I got the impression was much different than what the norm is in that space. And I thought as a result of it, he was definitely speaking into the litigators' big picture thinking. I thought, and by the way, he gave me a plug. So that alone, I'm going to give him a 9.75.
Great job, Chris Young. Creating some reciprocity with the judges. Let me jump in a quick thing. So awesome. So Angel, let me ask you this question. How did you come to be here today?
Somebody from your team invited me.
Yeah. Do you know who?
I don't remember. It came through a Facebook message, but I didn't know them. I can look it up.
That's super interesting. So, because I'm just curious. Awesome. It seems like you're up to some meaningful things in the world. I heard you drop in on your faith. I heard you drop in on your history in TV. So what is it that what's it all about for you?
I've got a heart.
Pause. Did you feel that? What sound did you make, Angel?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah. And so when we're moving in to emotional connection, it's like that, right? And because you felt, and you're right, you felt my genuine, authentic curiosity for what you're talking about, who you are. Did you feel that?
I did.
Yeah. And so and Oprah Winfrey said she held the microphone for 30,000 people because she said, I see you, I hear you, and what you say matters to me. Right. And so, and you felt that too, right? The energy of that, the authenticity, the heart to heart connection. And you had such great energy and a lot of heart connection. What might have driven it slightly deeper would be an acknowledgement. So let's say that you're me, right? You're Adam playing me, I'm you, right? It could have been so Sean, I'm hearing an incredible story. And that number of people, all this going on, let me tell you something, you have no media coverage really about this yet. Don't you want this to go, impact as many people as possible? Just the acknowledgement.
Yeah. So can I ask you, because I was actually, when I was expecting him to say, yeah, we did, the media covered it. So why didn't it?
Well, that is a beautiful question.
Because they didn't know you.
I feel so seen, heard, and understood right now, Angel. Right? That was a beautiful question. Like you just leaned in and did what we're talking about, authentically, like present. And I'm like, I just want to tell you for an hour. So I'm not going to take that time, but I do want to talk to you. And I am wildly impressed by you, and I'm very interested. So I'm super happy that you're here. Rob Gill, do you echo the sentiment that that Angel, like there's something good here?
There's no doubt about it. I mean, once we get into the world of media and broadcasting, and we're 3 children are in Disney, so there's some success leaves clues that's not a normal thing I hear every day. It doesn't show up at your front door. Yeah. So I think she sees and knows things that we don't know. No doubt about it.
Yeah, Christian, you agree that would you recommend that I have a conversation with Angel? You're my friend, and we've done big things together.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you feeling that vibe too, right? Awesome. So, Angel, would you give me the honor of having a conversation?
I would be honored.
Yeah, well, thank you. All right, Vito, drop it in. This is what we do at the Real Raw, making beautiful, incredible things happen. What do you
Amazing.
got?
Well,
Vito, for Chris Young.
This is quite amazing. So, Angel, when you started talking about your history, you were lifted up, at a higher level. So the word expert was used for Chris, and I would use that same word for you. You know what the heck you're talking about here. And you guys were both so impressive, really so impressive. I like the offer. Your close was to offer a press release. Very, very genuine offer, simple to say yes to. We need to be easy to say yes to, right? I thought it was great. I'm not going to go as high as Rob because he's got the reputation, but I would give you a 9.2 this time.
Awesome. And how about for Mr. Chris Young, Vito?
And Chris, I'll tell you, it was I was writing notes. I'm not an attorney, but I did play one in a play one time. And I loved all the stuff that you were saying because you had such power in your knowledge. People say that knowledge is power. I don't agree. I think the use of knowledge is power. And that's what you're sharing with Adam to say, okay, so how about this? How about this? And I don't want anything for this. This is an altruistic approach. I thought it was great and much, much stronger than your first. Your expertise really showed through on this one. Yeah. So I loved it. I would give you also a 9.2.
Amazing. Vito, your down to earthness is like so super present. Great job, brother. Quick roundup. So Angel, if somebody were to say like, hey, would you go and be a participant on that Real Raw thing they're doing Unblinded? Angel, what would you say?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. And what would you say about it? How was your experience?
Well, so, I mean, it's me with a bunch of gentlemen. So it's I feel like you've all like knew each other. It was like the old boys club, and you're letting like the new girl in to play dolls or something with you. So so it was just a little, I don't know, a little intimidating, but you guys are super friendly. You're super uplifting, encouraging, really out there serving and making an impact, making a difference. And so absolutely. And I learned something really incredible. Like, thank you for the feedback.
Yeah, amazing. And by the way, I never know who's going to be on each day. I mean, I've worked with Chris. I didn't know he was going to be here. Rob, this is about the 137th of these that we've done. So I come in and I'm like, yep, here we go. Yeah. So awesome job. Super appreciate you. Chris Young, what say you, brother? People are like, hey, should I go be a participant on the Real Raw? What would you say?
I'm sorry, Sean, you broke up. Say that again, bud.
Yeah, if somebody said to you, like, hey, they asked me to be on the Real Raw, like as a participant, should I do that? What would you say?
Oh, like I say about everything you guys put on. Absolutely. So it's a wonderful organization. Great, great show. If I guess that's what we call this, and you will clearly learn something and have a takeaway.
Oh, well, awesome, Chris. And I've learned so much from you. And you've had a profound impact on my life, brother. And I mean
Thanks,
that with
man.
all my heart.
Same
You're
here, buddy.
like, and all integrity, Chris Young, like all integrity. He doesn't do what you want him to do. He does what's right. So integrity all the way. And thank you for your
Thanks,
service
man.
to our country, brother. Awesome.
Thank you, bud. Appreciate you.
Thank you. So Bob, how was today for you? Thank you so much for serving as a
You're
judge
welcome.
with all
Well,
your.
I was going to say to Angel, this is the first time I've participated with this group. First time that I've actually done a program. I had a prior conversation with some of the others that have done this in the past, but never done an actual run through like this. So you did remarkably well. I work in a profession that is mostly male. I admire women that can step up and be a part of the conversation as you did here with 7 or 6 men on the call. The real estate industry tends to be the same way. And the women that I know are in that industry are very capable, very successful because they've learned how to navigate what can be a little overwhelming in terms of how we deal with each other. So kudos to you. I get the impression you do very well at what you do. Yeah, my impression was if Adam is being straight about the publicity, is Sean definitely needs your help.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that, Bob. Great job. And thank you so much for your generous time today. And by the way, Angel, we do normally have Vivian Guzman as the person that kicks us off. She couldn't be here today, so Fernando filled in. So we do have usually some amazing goddess and feminine energy, and Vivian is a rock star. You would love her. She's incredible every day. So
I want to ask one question of Vito. Vito, you
Yes,
said
sir.
you were formerly with World Book.
Yep.
Is that
The
that what,
encyclopedia, yes.
is that what I know of?
Yes,
as a
sir.
child?
I'm not surprised, Bob.
Huh?
That's
still got-
beautiful.
I still got you can tell how much I used it. It's in pristine condition.
Well,
Okay.
well, wait, that's the quality of the binding, that it still
Okay.
looks brand new. Come on.
Well, this we bought for our children, but I got to tell you, when I was a kid, I depended on it.
Yeah.
Now they
Well-
just go online and go Wikipedia. That's all they need.
Well, no, don't let them do that.
hey, Bob, real quick, by the way, Bob, how would people find you if they needed somebody to talk to?
Oh, it's with Holland and Knight. It is a Fortune 100 law firm, Holland and Knight. Just look for, the last name is McKeekan. Nobody can remember how to spell it, but just M-A-C-K. You'll find me. And I appreciate this opportunity. Thanks so much, Sean.
Thank you, Bob. Chris Young, how would people find you, bro?
You're on mute, buddy.
Sorry, guys. You can reach me at Chris at Red Maple, as in the tree, redmapleeconomics.com.
Okay. And Angel, how would they find you?
You're on mute.
You're muted.
Thank you for making the decision to be with us in the Unblinded Morning Huddles.
Oh, I just signed up for your morning huddle, right?
Oh my goodness. Thank you.
Hold on.
Fun.
More
So,
value.
so how would people find you, Angel?
You can find me at makeyourbigimpact.com. I want you to make your big impact. My website is makeyourbigimpact.com.
Boom. Rob Gill.
Makeyourbigimpact.com.
Makeyourbigimpact.com. Thank you, Angel. Yep. So Rob Gill, what say you, brother?
Great day. Thank you so much for the opportunity today. I enjoyed everybody. There was some real professionals on here, and I look forward to co-creating with anybody on here.
Yeah, we have the Rob Gill Infinity X Real Raw Open coming up shortly. Is that right?
Yes, it's 4:30.
All right,
Yep.
brother. Rob's got a host of amazing folk coming on 4:30. You have his team. Yep, awesome job. And final, Vito, how was today for you?
Well, it was remarkable. I was telling Adam and Fernando that I learned a new word. And, you know, as a former English teacher, this is all very important to me. Integrous. I love that word. I love that word. I mean, integrity is important in my life. My son has a business called Wintegrity, winning with integrity. So we're on the same page, and this is such an educational forum, and I love it. Thank you. And Bob, I have that same binding of World Book in my house, and I live with a 6-year-old and a 9-year-old, And we've been using that world book with them since they were 2 and 3 years old.
Yeah,
So, you know, very helpful. And thank you all so much for the opportunity.
And final, by the way, Rob Gill, brother, I can't thank you enough for what you do. Rob opened my eyes to so many things financially, and my financial world is with him. And we are partners in a financial entity as well. So for full disclosure, Rob, brother, how people find you and Epic?
Yeah, come check, you know, my email is rgill, so RGILL at epic, EPICWM.com. You can check us out on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. And, you know, Sean has been a powerful example of how to create the optimal amount of wealth through no additional out-of-pocket cost by owning 5, if not 6 different new companies by understanding the velocity of money multiplier.
Well, thank you, brother. And for all that you teach me as well and inspire me with. So here we are, Adam Gugino, fantastic job. Angel, Chris, Bob, Rob, Vito. Fernando, thank you for kicking us off. Amazing day. Adam Gugino, love you, brother. Love you all. Have a beautiful, beautiful Why Wednesday. Thanks.
Thank you so much.